welcome. So we are going to do this is KASNEB CPA Part 1 Section 1, CFA Part 1 Section 1, and it's financial accounting. We will attempt question 1A. Later on, we will go to B, so you can just follow up my workings. This is how many marks? This is 8 marks, question 1A, 8 marks, and we'll have the workings here. So let's move. You have been appointed as the accounts assistant of NEWA Enterprises. The business does not maintain complete records. The following information is available to you by the owner. Your current ratio, quick ratio, and working capital, all the figures are there. We are required to come up with the current assets, current liabilities, liquid assets, and inventory. 2 marks, 2 marks, 2 marks, 2 marks. So these are quite a good start for this paper. Okay, so we'll work through it very fast. The first question is current assets, so let's go straight to the solution. What is expected of us? So number 1, current assets. And current assets, we can get this one from, they have given us current ratio as being 2.6 to 1. Now we all know current ratio is current assets. If we are going to read this, current ratio is equal to current assets over current liability, and that's what is giving us this ratio. So what this ratio means is that current assets is 2.6 and current liabilities is 1. That is if we are to interpret that ratio. We have also been given the working capital. This will help us a great deal in finding out the current assets. Working capital been given as 1.1. If I'm not wrong, let me just confirm to be sure. Yes, working capital is 1.1. So then, and working capital is equals to current assets minus current liabilities. So what this means is that working capital 1.1, this one, working capital is 1.1. So 1.1 is equal, can also be equal to, let's take now this one, the current assets, so that we can find the unknown. Our interest here is to find the unknown, which is current assets. So we'll equate this to this. We've been given this and that current ratio. So we want to equate the two. So 1.1, which is working capital, is equals to 2.6 minus 1. 2.6 minus 1 is also working capital because 2.6 represents current assets and 1 represents current liabilities. So 2.6 minus 1 is the same thing, current assets minus current liabilities. But we've taken for this and that one so that we can be able to find out the unknown. So what this means is that 1.1 is equals to 1.6. Now the question is, what is current assets? And we already know current assets is 2.6, represented by 2.6. So what they're asking us is to simply come here and find this unknown. Because if 1.6 is 1.1, what is 2.6? So this will give us, the 2.6 will be our current asset. So this will give us 2.6, we cross multiply 1 like that over 1.6. 2.6 times this is cross multiplication. So this will give us, work out 2.6 times 1.1 divided by 1.6. That gives us 1787,500. 1787,500. So these are our current assets. And we are done, just like that. So I'll go to number Roman 2. And Roman 2, we are supposed to work out what? So that is 2 marks. Current liabilities, 2 marks. So here you will get the first mark here, the second mark on the answer. Then current liabilities. How do we get current liabilities? This one we just pick from where we stopped. Actually, just come back here. This is where the answer is instead of starting from 0. We've already said that 1.1 is equals to 1.6. So now we're asking for 1. We were asking for 2.6 when working out current assets. Now our interest is on current liability. And current liability is represented by 1. So this will be like that. So we cross multiply and the answer will be our current liability. Like that. Over 1.6. Cross multiplication is like this. So This will give us 1.1 divided by 1.6. What do you get? 687, 500. 687, 500, like that. So here you get 1 mark, here you get 1 mark. So these are 2 marks, like that. So then we go to item number 3, liquid assets. It's also 2 marks. So liquid assets. Liquid assets has everything to do with the quick ratio. So it's very good you get this quick ratio right, 1.4 to 1. Liquid assets. These are assets that can easily be converted into cash. Even it's more liquid than the current assets, because current assets has inventory, has prepayments, you know. But liquid assets, we are talking about the assets that can easily be converted into cash. So normally the liquid assets formula is current assets minus inventory. You can also say minus prepayments and the group. But this question, it has, I think its interest is just on inventory. So it's up to inventory level. So we'll just stop at that. So liquid assets equals current assets minus inventory. And we'll get this answer from the quick asset test ratio, and which the formula is the ratio is 1.4 to 1. This makes it even easier, because if you already know that, because this is a quick asset test ratio is equal to current assets minus inventory over current liabilities. So current liability is 1, then 1.4 is current assets minus inventory. And this is what we are interested in as our liquid assets. So if you already know our current liability is 1, then the question is what is 1.4? And we know the value of current liabilities. 1 is equal to 687,500. You know, it's here. 1 is current liability, and current liability is this. This is what 1 is. So if 1 is this, what is 1.4? Just that, and then we'll be done. So liquid assets is equals to 1.4 times 687,500 divided by 1, which will give us 1.4 times 687,500. That gives us 962,500. So that is our answer. 962,500. That becomes that is our liquid assets value. So this again 1 mark, this 1 mark. That's how you win. You get your 2 marks. So got the last part, which is inventory. Inventory, I guess now this one should be very easy. Inventory number 4. How do we get inventory? This one will be very easy. Inventory will be equals to, now that we know our current assets and liquid assets, we'll pick it up from number 3 here. We'll pick it up from here. So liquid assets is 962,500. Inventory, we'll pick up from there. Liquid assets is equals to current assets minus inventory. So our liquid assets is 962,500. Our current assets was, I think 1787,500. Yeah, 1787,500. So 1787,500. 1787,500 minus inventory, like that. So with this, it's already very clear. So inventory will be equals to, this is what we are looking for. So let's take inventory the other side, take the other this figure the other side. So when inventory goes the other side, it will be positive, and then we'll have 1787,500 minus this crosses, so it will be 962,500, and this will give you 1787,500. That gives you 825,000. 825,000. So that becomes our inventory figure. So again, 1 mark, like that. So that's how you get your 8 marks. And this should be, should do this pretty fast. Should not consume a lot of your time, because this is 8 marks. Roughly, it should take you at most 10 minutes. 10 minutes. But ideally, this should be even faster if you know what you are doing. So thank you. Let's meet in the next question.